I want to talk about the Savannah River Locking Dam to the committee, and I want to thank the committee for allowing me to provide this testimony and highlight water issues that are critical to the 12th Congressional District of Georgia, namely the issues we have experienced with the Corps of Engineers regarding the new Savannah Bluff Locking Dam that has been in place since 1930. Due to environmental mitigation from the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project, or SHIP, the Corps is responsible for constructing a mitigation feature that would allow sturgeon and other endangered fish to access their historic breeding grounds above the new Savannah Bluff Locking Dam near Augusta, Georgia. Dating back to the 1930s, the dam was originally authorized for navigation purposes, but after it was no longer used for commercial navigation. Many users draw from the pool that the locking dam has created. In times of heavy rain, it has been used to mitigate any flooding in the area like the rains we have been having over the past month or so. Right now, the Corps has not maintained the dam. 4 out of the 5 gates are wide open, and the river is the same level on both sides. In the 2016 WIN Act, the language required the fish passage structure to maintain the pool for navigation, water supply, and recreational activities as in existence on the date of enactment of this act. For either a repair of the lock wall of the new Savannah Bluff Locking Dam and modification of the structure or removal of the new Savannah Bluff Locking Dam on completion of construction of the fish passage structure. The Corps recently selected a rock weir as an alternative to replace the locking dam, a design that drops the pool level that our community desperately needs. I do not support this alternative and believe that the lowering of the pool does not meet the requirements of the WIN Act and is unacceptable. I have heard from a range of local stakeholders throughout this process that they all have concerns with the Corps' proposal, especially after a failed simulation in February of last year where the Corps simulated the water levels that will occur should this high fixed weir with a dry floodplain be constructed. The results were appalling, with boats and docks marooned and excess debris exposed throughout the river, and the Corps had to abandon the simulation due to instability in the riverbank. Additionally, these simulated water levels were only a representation of average levels, not drought conditions. That's right. In drought conditions, the water level of the pool would be even lower. Local community leaders have agreed that maintaining the water level of the pool above the locking dam is critical so that our water users are not affected. The cities of Augusta and North Augusta, as well as Aiken County, have come together supporting resolutions that maintain the pool at or around its current level, approximately 114.5 feet. I'd like to underscore that the Corps is not in compliance with the WIN Act law by choosing this alternative that does not maintain the pool at 114.5 level as it was in December of 2016 when the law was enacted. Additionally, an independent external peer review was conducted as required, which outlines many concerns and recommendations that I and other community leaders have highlighted throughout this process, including inconsistencies in cost analysis, lack of consideration of other alternatives that would not lower the pool, and lack of information on whether or not the leading alternatives would successfully pass fish overall. In fact, the report indicated that the full river width rock weir may kill the fish. I met with NOAA in my office, and they said they have no proof that this alternative would actually work to pass sturgeon, and that they have not yet tagged or videoed sturgeon using a similar rock weir at Cape Fear. We should not waste millions of taxpayer dollars and remove the locking dam structure on an alternative that we are not sure will work. In fact, it will cost more to remove the current locking dam than to fix it. Throughout this process, the Corps has been challenging to work with at every turn. The Corps was involved with the writing of the WIN Act language without my knowledge and has continually refused to give us a serious cost estimate for the cost to repair the lock and dam. Thank you again to the committee for holding this member day, and I look forward to continuing to work on this issue. And I yield back.